Welcome, parents and students, to our Back to School Night. My name is Mr. Wolfe, and this is my English Language Arts 8. Our agenda today is just to introduce myself a little bit, the course overview, including the syllabus, policies, expectations, grading, things like that, Google Classroom, and how that's going to work. Also, some just basic contact information to go over the basics for what this year is going to look like for students. So, a bit about me. I'm a California native. I'm from Bay Area. Yeah, I know I'm that guy who's from California. I've been here for about 9 years. Lived in Phoenix, Arizona for 9 years as well. I have a bachelor's in secondary education with an emphasis on English and a master's in educational technology. I have taught English language arts everywhere from sixth grade all the way through 12th grade. So a number of my years have been spent in high school, but I'm really glad to be and excited to be back with middle schoolers. A lot of fun. So I've taught everything from mythology, writing, grammar, and composition, reading resource classes, and a number of other extracurricular things, including coaching soccer and cross country. So I do have a family of five. I have three young kiddos. Luke's the oldest, about 9. Elliot's 7, and Autumn, cutie tootie. She is 5 years old, starting kindergarten this year. So that keeps me pretty darn busy outside of school these days. And then there's my lovely wife, Leon, of course. Can't forget her. So a little bit of the course overview. So the standard stuff, we do go over reading, writing, grammar, vocabulary, all that sort of thing. Our emphasis this year, though, is interpreting narrative text, both fictional and nonfiction, as well as how character interactions and conflicts connect within stories. So we're really looking for different connections, right? So another thing is developing structure and voice in writing for a variety of different formats. So the syllabus can tell you a little bit more about that. So let's go to that here in just a few moments. We'll get to grading structure first, actually. So our grading structure this year is broken into two major categories. One is going to be work habits, and one of them is going to be content. So work habits is really those soft skills, those kind of like everyday things, preparedness, attitude, work completion. These are things, honestly, that are critical outside of a language arts classroom, right? So while this is an indicator of performance, it does not necessarily have an effect on GPA. However, it will manifest in the gradebook. So you'll see it there. Now, content is really the specifics of language arts. It measures academic skills and proficiencies based on objective standards and rubrics. So it counts towards GPA. It is influenced by work habits. So those do pair together, but it gives us kind of a good conversation to go on when it comes to how students are performing in class overall. So before we get to that, we're going to pop back into this guy. So this is my grade, my syllabus. It's got some basic information on there. Hopefully most parents saw this. I did ask students to come home with this and have parents sign it. Hopefully you were able to at least browse through it. There's some critical information in there in terms of class expectations, course goals, pretty standard stuff in that. Homework's pretty important. Now, for my class, the hope is that a lot of students aren't coming home with homework if they're working efficiently in class. So that's kind of the caveat I give students as kind of an incentive for them to be working efficiently. Grades, the work habit, and the content, you can learn a little bit more about that. Make up work in terms of how that looks. When a student has critical assignments, especially in content, there will be opportunities for them to make up work sometimes. And then sometimes by request and appointment, we can have those conversations. Everything else pretty easy. Now, technology is a big thing. As you know, with the school year this year, we are not asking students to have their cell phones in class. We're having them in their lockers. They still do have to have a Chromebook or a laptop in class, and we use those periodically, pretty frequently actually, in class. And it's always that balance between the functionality and, of course, the distraction of technology that we're looking to strike. So, with that said, Google Classroom as a big source of resources for students and assignments. It's a digital landing page for most of the students, and it comes to the resources and the assignments that they're going to have. Now, parents, you can actually access Google Classroom, and you should be able to see what's going on there in terms of assignments, missing work, and so on. That's definitely a place that you'll want to have access to, and there's a way to get there. Please email me if you're confused about that. But most of the time when a student's signing up, parents can get access through their account. So the class calendar, the syllabus, and other resources are also found in Google Classroom. Now, my preferred method of communication is my email, and that's at miwolf@jeffco.k12.co.us. You can, I do have a phone, so you can call me and leave a message, and I will get that. It actually sends it to my email, and I can listen to it and give you a call back there if you want to have a one-on-one conversation, or if you ever want to request a meeting, I'm absolutely happy to do that as well. So with that said, that's all I got. I'm looking forward to a really exciting year this year, and thanks for watching. Have a great one, guys. Bye.